Hi everyone. I want to spend the next few minutes talking about how chronic pain affects me. This is a video that you could consider sharing with your friends, especially if you're struggling to explain what you go through and what's life like because of the pain you experience, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis, if it's chronic pain in your hips, or a spine injury that causes you pain. This may even be applicable for some people who endure serious headaches. I'm making this to help you feel like you're not alone, and I'm also doing this to educate people to help lower the discrimination that occurs from people who experience chronic pain. The biggest challenge for me is the broken sleep that is caused by my chronic pain. It's a real challenge for me to have more than about 2 hours of straight sleep before I'm woke up because of pain in my body, and then I need to reposition to get comfortable again and then be able to fall back asleep. I want to share with you that the effect of this leaves me often feeling like I'm jet lagged. And what I mean by this is, for me to have 8 hours of sleep usually takes up to 12 hours. And when it's not a solid block of time like 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., it begins to throw your body out of sync. There's different studies you hear about airline pilots being booked so their body doesn't get out of sync when they're crossing over time zones. So it's that jet lag that, when my pain's at its worst, affects me the most and leaves me feeling like I've just ran a marathon. Another challenge of the chronic pain is having to plan in extreme amount of detail what I'm going to do, making appointments, and being very careful about what activities I choose to do. Now, the reason for this is so I won't run out of energy and still have the energy for what is needed in day-to-day life. So let me talk about this in terms of money. Let's say there's $1,000 in the checking account. Just by being in pain, $700 of that's gone, so that I only have the equivalent of $300 worth of energy left. I still need to do the essentials, having meals, personal hygiene. So all of a sudden you're down to the equivalent of like $80, and what you choose to do with just that little bit of time is really important. And it needs to be something that enhances your life and is meaningful, to you or to the person experiencing pain. There still is a life to be lived when you experience chronic pain, but it comes out of an extension of the choices that you're making in how you manage your pain. It takes a while to get your mind wrapped around it and have worked out what's the best for you. And if you're in this process, I want to encourage you to keep pressing forward in it. You will get it if you stick to it. Friendships become a real challenge. And the reason why is there's times when you're in pain that you're just physically ran down, and it leaves you feeling more emotionally vulnerable. The friends I have in my life, I can talk to about anything and everything, and they're okay with it. They're there without judging, and it's also really important to say that they don't experience secondary trauma. So secondary trauma is when someone shares what they're going through that's been really challenging, like what I deal with in pain or in terms of pain. They don't take it on themselves, but listen and are caring about me and compassionate towards me for when I'm feeling weak. So it's important to have a close inner circle of friends that you can be open and honest with. And maybe some of the topics in life that you wouldn't talk to anybody or only a few people about, they would be there and you could share that part of your life with them. You know, I'm a single man, so I don't have a spouse that I can talk to and share my challenges with her. So having a few close friends in my life is really important. And it's even important when you're in a spouse and you're married. There still needs to be a few more people to help share the burden of supporting you. And it's not that one person doesn't love you. It's emotionally draining supporting someone who is dealing with chronic pain and the challenges that come with it. It's sort of the same as being a caregiver to somebody that needs help feeding themselves. Occasionally it would be nice to have a break from being the person that's doing the action of feeding. So having a close circle of friends that you can talk to and are there to accept you for you is really helpful and beneficial to me. Having gone with this is being able to learn to handle your emotions when you're feeling tired. This is a whole challenge in and of itself. It takes a lot to get used to it. You know, the feelings of being vulnerable do pass when I've had some sleep. And so it's one of the things that you still have to be logical about when you're feeling vulnerable. Well, is it the pain that's doing it? Well, the pain's going to go down a little bit later on. I just need to take care of my body so the pain will be able to go down. And therefore, it's okay to have some sleep, even if it's the middle of the day. And that is truly what my body's needing right now. Appointments are really challenging for me to schedule. I still don't have a good grasp on or the ability to predict how I'm going to be doing. So if you're having a lot of setbacks, you need to work in a sort of plan B, or say to somebody, I may turn around and cancel this because of being in pain and need to reschedule. Good friends and healthcare professionals will understand this, and they will do what they can to support you. You do have to be honest that this is going on if you want this type of support or need this type of help in your life. It means opening yourself up. I do find, though, that the people I tell this to do understand, and they're good about it. It's part of why I use email for much of my correspondence. If I'm up in the middle of the night and I can handle going through some emails, I could respond well if the people I'm talking to are in bed. Email's not good for everything, because you lose body language and tone of voice. It turns out to be a tool that works well for me. There is discrimination, that is people's preconceived ideas of what life is like, or maybe you should be out working when they see you on a good day. So there's a need to be secure in yourself, and that comes from confidence gained by managing your pain and asking questions until you're getting the answers that you need and the help you need in managing your day-to-day life. People may not understand what it's like, and so there's going to be times when advice is given, but it's honestly not advice. It's just someone's trying to be helpful but really isn't. So some of these times you need to just let it roll off your back and move on with your life. There will be people, though, that you'll come across that will be able to speak into your life, understand you for being you, and help you and enrich your life and carry that knowledge forward. I want to leave this video on a positive note, and so I've saved this point for last. And it is that after all that I've been through with the chronic pain, I have the confidence in handling the challenges of day-to-day life. So the things that I feel stress about are really, really important things. The little things in life tend not to bother me anymore. So one of the fringe benefits of having dealt with something challenging in your life is that it gives you a skill set of confidence that comes by experience, and it helps you set up for success throughout your life, and it will help you not feel overwhelmed when you're facing problems as you get more experience at it. And it is one of the things I'm very grateful for. I wouldn't choose this lifestyle to have to gain confidence and be able to manage my life. But having found myself in this situation, it is one of the silver linings of enduring the challenges that come with chronic pain and my physical limitations and disability. I hope somewhere in something I've said will help you in your life. Certainly, if you have questions or suggestions of what else you'd like me to talk about, I am open to ideas. Leave them in the comments below, and I'll do what I can to help make videos that will educate and equip you in dealing with the lifestyle that comes from a long-term disability. I often make videos of the rewarding experiences, and they are there to be had. You just have to be willing to be committed to take life and live it to the fullest that's possible in your specific circumstances. Thank you for this time you spent with me today. Bye for now.